Politeenquiries, Adelaide Oval. Concerned citizen says, is Wahab the unluckiest person on this earth right now? So unlucky. Every member of that team should go and buy that man a drink, although he probably doesn't drink, because he deserved more wickets. He didn't deserve... That was awful, that Rahat Ali drop.
It was bad, but whether he's the unluckiest man on earth, given what is happening on earth, is within the subtext of international cricketers who've played today. He's definitely the unluckiest. It was a glorious spell of bowling. Possibly one of the definite highlights of the entire tournament. Just that half an hour, he was like a volcano exploding all over Adelaide. It was wonderful. Definitely unlucky.
Definitely. I spoke to him afterwards as well, and he is so nice. He was still smiling. Wouldn't say anything bad about his teammates dropping the catch. And he said that Shane Watson actually came up to him when Wahab was batting and said, "Oh mate, you holding a bat?" So he thought he'd show him that he had to hold a bat when he went out as well. I love him. Anuj says, what's with Australia and multi-utility? 8 batsmen, 9 to 11 can bat, 9 bowlers, Finch and Haddon can catch.
What do you mean, what's with it? It's an obviously good tactic for cricket to have as many batsmen who are good at batting and as many bowlers who are good at bowling and good fielders. That's why they're doing well. It's called having a good team. It's something that other countries might like to consider.
Arjun says, do you think England would have done better against India than Bangladesh in a quarter-final?
Well, I think the obvious answer to this is we don't know and it doesn't matter. England did not deserve to be anywhere near that quarter-final. So, frankly, who knows? You can't. It's entirely hypothetical. Almost certainly they would have been thrashed based on the evidence of the previous few weeks.
LVG's philosophy, oh, good name, says, what kind of magic do you have to do to have that Misbah Bales thing? Whoa, that was amazing.
Yeah, well, he's a renowned wizard, Misbah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he looked at the bails as he walked in and just, you know, if Misbah looks at you, you do what he says. Well, whatever it is, I would like the England players to get the same ability. I'm not sure it would have worked with Stuart Broad and Jimmy Anderson's wickets against Bangladesh. Those bails took a real thumping.
Misbah, the bail whisperer. Dave says, can Pakistan cricket team's performance be predicted with a quantum computer? No.
Well, it can be predicted with an abacus. All you need to do, will they score enough runs? Tick, tick, tick. No.
Arjun says, is India the team to beat in this World Cup?
Well, there are many teams to beat in this World Cup. They are one of the teams to beat in the World Cup. Clearly, they're playing well. So are Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and England unbeaten in one as well. Let's not forget that. But definitely, India are a team to beat in the World Cup. They're in the semi-finals. Of course, they're a team to beat in a World Cup.
They're Australia's team to beat in the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Australia also the team to beat if you're India.
Shankar says, your comments on that no ball that wasn't.
The no ball that was below Rohit's waist when he was caught, deep square leg. Well, I've got a view on this. Yes, it was below his waist. What is below a man's waist is an area he does not want to get hit by a cricket ball in. If anything, no balls at the waist are not that much trouble. It should only be a no ball if the ball threatens to leave you with no balls. So I'm entirely fine with the decision.
Maybe, though, he's like me, I have a long waist. So maybe Rohit is actually very long-waisted. My waist actually goes down to my knees.
But you also have no balls.
I also have no balls and a waist that goes to my knees. Ridwan says, are most of the people happy to get rid of Bangladesh? Nobody's talking about the poor umpiring on that match. I like Bangladesh.
A, nonsense. Everyone's talking about the poor umpiring from that match. And B, I think everyone's really enjoyed Bangladesh in this tournament. They've played genuinely good cricket. They are so much better than they were 4 years ago. So no one's pleased to see them go. I think everyone was delighted they played well. Outclassed by India, but massive step forward.
Tino asks, is this Indian bowling lineup as good as Australia's? They are taking wickets at will. Well, they have taken one more wicket than Australia of the wickets available.
Yep.
Just one more.
Yes, it's they do. I wouldn't say they're better than Australia, but they are bowling well. They haven't been put under pressure. They haven't been in a tight match situation. How will they respond to that? Australia, we saw against New Zealand. Mitchell's start was absolutely phenomenal. So, yeah, they've got the capacity. You want to do this one again? I don't know how much.
We've just been interrupted by people. Brett Lee.
All right. They weren't interested in us after all.
Can't believe those people who are like all over Brett Lee. Don't they know who we are?
That's right.
Danny says, with India performing so much better in World Cups, do they need a sports psychologist to psych them up for regular games?
No, they just need to put more effort in those regular games.
I think they're foxing. I just think they fox.
Right.
They fox. And then they were foxing all summer.
I'll take your word for that.
Taufik says, was Darwin's catch a legitimate one?
He was maybe, I don't know, it was somewhere between 1 millimetre and 2 millimetres. And maybe 0 millimetres from the boundary.
Do you know what this game needs?
What?
Zing boundaries.
Zing, yeah.
Zing boundaries.
Yeah, zing boots for the fielders. So if their feet touch, in fact, more than just a light coming on, there should be an electrical circuit that's completed. So if a fielder's foot touches the boundary rope, he gets a major electrical shock in his leg. Then we'll know. Then they won't be able to pretend they haven't touched it.
Nah, that's not
We must have the technology for that.
We've solved cricket. We've solved cricket.
We've fixed cricket for everyone. You're welcome.
Mariam Kimber, as in Mrs. Kimber,
That's a familiar name.
Jared Kimber, says, which city has been worst for Andy's hair, humidity-wise?
I don't know, humility-wise, London. I was back in London when England lost to Bangladesh, and that was a pretty humbling experience for an England cricket fan. Humidity, well, I don't know. My hair transcends humidity, Miriam. I resent that question. Take it back. It's fine. It defies physics and weather.
It does. And Miriam, you take care of Jared Kimber. He's not feeling so well. Miss you, JK. We'll see you soon. We'll see the rest of you soon as well.